have some exciting news for you in this video. As you know, Cristiano Ronaldo's biggest dream is to play in an official match alongside his son, and this will happen soon. But before we get into the details, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like the video, because on this channel I only share content about Ronaldo Jr. I'm sure you'll enjoy all the videos. Let's look at how it all started. Ronaldo gave an interview in 2020. He was 35 years old at the time, and most footballers retire at 35. So during the interview, he was asked when he would retire. Ronaldo said that he wanted to play in an official match with his son at the same time, and that he would push himself as hard as possible to make that happen. However, he gave up on that in 2022 because he was under a lot of pressure at Manchester United, and his only goal now was to win the World Cup and retire. That's why he said in the interview that he would retire if he won the World Cup. Of course, Ronaldo Jr. was saddened by his father's words because he wanted to play with his father. Perhaps because of this, Ronaldo couldn't win the World Cup and faced a completely different outcome. By the way, I'd like to share a little information. If Ronaldo had won the World Cup and retired, his fortune would have been only $240 million. But now it has exceeded $1 billion. If I were in Ronaldo's shoes, I would thank God every day for not winning the World Cup, because now he has the chance to be the richest athlete in the world. If he earns $2 billion more, he will surpass Jordan and become the richest athlete. Let's get back to the main issue. After what happened in the World Cup, he transferred to Al-Naser, and his dream of playing with Junior became a reality because he brought his son with him and had him sign a contract as well. Junior is now officially an Al-Naser under-15 player. He even receives a salary from the club. Of course, he doesn't earn as much as Ronaldo, but it's more than enough for pocket money. Additionally, since he actively plays in the club's youth system, he has the opportunity to move up to the first team. In other words, he has the chance to play alongside his father. However, there are two obstacles in this regard, and these obstacles may disappoint you a bit. The first is Junior's age. Junior is currently 15 years old, and 15-year-olds cannot play for the first team. For example, Lamine Yamal, despite playing very well at 15, could not make it to the first team except for friendly matches. They couldn't even include him in the squad for preparation matches, because in preparation matches, the team's own squad plays. In friendly matches, even completely unrelated people can play. For example, you could have Trump play as a striker for Real Madrid in a friendly match. That's why Yamal had to wait a year to play regularly for the first team. After turning 16, he joined the first team and is now officially a first-team player. The same applies to Junior. After turning 16, he can play in the first team alongside his father. But there is another option here. Either he will be permanently selected for the first team, or he will play one match temporarily and return to the academy. This is because players under the age of 18 can only be included in the squad for 1 or 2 matches. What will determine this is the Junior's performance. If his performance is good, he can play comfortably. But I'm sorry to say that if he performs poorly, he will return to the academy and his first team contract will be terminated. I hope this doesn't happen because it would cause him great psychological damage. Before moving on to the second scenario, let's look at the Junior's performance. Can he really perform well? First of all, at the beginning of this season, the Junior was selected for the Portuguese national team. He didn't perform well in the first match, but in the second and third matches, he seemed to have stepped up his game. He scored a total of 3 goals, 2 of which were in the final match. He even beat England with his team and won the cup. This performance is very important for us because the opponents in the matches he played in the Al-Naser Academy were not very strong. That's why he can play comfortably. In fact, the youth systems of other clubs in Saudi Arabia are not very developed. I mentioned this in my previous videos as well. A new training facility was built for Junior. Other clubs do not have such an opportunity. Therefore, we can say that he faces low-quality opponents in Saudi Arabia. However, in the Portuguese national team, he faced a strong team like England. The English youth system is really strong. At one point, Cole Palmer, Bellingham, and Musiala were all on the England U15 squad at the same time. So, Junior's opponents in that match are likely to become world stars in the future. Let's talk about league matches. For Junior, these matches are like training sessions. He scores at least 1 goal in every match. In some matches, he has even scored 9 goals. He also continues to train. He trains with special coaches arranged by his father and constantly strives to play at the highest level. In fact, Junior's goal is to match the success that Yamal has achieved. He is working hard to become his rival. And if he continues to work this way, he may make everyone forget about Yamal. We'll have to wait and see. The second issue is the foreign player quota. In Saudi Arabia, clubs can only field 9 foreign players. All other players must be Saudi Arabian citizens. As you know, when Cristiano Ronaldo came to Saudi Arabia, he couldn't play in the first 2 weeks. The reason was that the foreign player quota in the team was full at the time. Al-Naser had to fire 1 striker to officially sign Ronaldo. That person was Abu Bakar. The club could only sign him. Other players said they would sue if their contracts were terminated because of Ronaldo. But Abu Bakar gave up the money he would have earned from Ronaldo and went to another country. This was truly a great sacrifice. After a month, a new quota opened up, and Ronaldo joined the team. Thus, there were once again 9 foreign players on the team, and they couldn't transfer another player that season. Moreover, in the African Champions League, this number drops to 5, so you can only field 5 foreign players. But of course, what concerns us are the contracts the club can sign. Currently, Al-Naser's squad has 9 foreign players, so the quota is full. They cannot sign a new foreign player. Junior's move to the first team would require them to sign a new contract with him, but they can't do that because the quota is full. Junior can't play for the first team this year anyway. He'll turn 16 in June. He'll probably be able to play next year, and Al-Naser's management needs to think about this situation. Next year, they'll only be able to keep 8 foreign players on the team. Otherwise, Junior won't be able to play, and Ronaldo's dream won't come true either. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like the video. Goodbye!